Welcome to Technology Simplified, the monthly podcast that goes around Dallas-Fort Worth and talks to technology vendors about what's new and fresh in technology. This month we're here with Aubrey Roberts from NetKnowledge Technologies, and of course Amy is now back from Rhode Island and co-hosting with us again. So welcome, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Terrence, I want to thank you for having me out here. I'm really excited to be here and appreciate this opportunity.
So Aubrey, kick us off. Tell us a little bit about NetKnowledge, what you guys do, and where you're trying to go with your company this year.
Okay. We are a management consulting firm, and we have management consulting, systems integration, and network services.
Do you feel like that companies are more ROI focused now, or are they trying to ask you more for in the sales cycle for more financial information about what solutions you provide are actually going to make them money or save them money?
Yes, because I think the perspective of a CIO now, who's looking at where can I have my high impact projects? How can I make a real difference to the bottom line? And I want to find consultants that can help me do that, and I want them to help me with ROI. I want them to justify, like CIOs are now having to do, so help me justify that we're a valuable part of this organization.
And recently I met someone that was saying that their IT businesses kind of started to go down, but their transformation efforts have started to go up. What are your thoughts on that, and how does that translate back to what you were just talking about with the CIOs and what they're going through?
Yeah, and I think that's the characteristic of these things that are in that special project bucket. What's transformative in there? I need help being really transformative because that's where I do provide my most value. That's where I am. That's where I can justify. So what is going to be transformative? How can I do things, the very specific things of ad revenue? How can I increase our market share? How can I transform this organization to where it makes a very economic difference so that the pressures that are driving me to reduce headcount, I can alleviate some of those. And the way that I get there is through transformation.
So if I understand you right, basically they're trying to lean out whole systems and therefore be able to help fund the IT stuff in order to support that transformation.
That's right. That's right.
I'm a CIO. Got a lot of budget concerns. Trying to figure out my portfolio and projects. You guys, are you offering service? Are you trying to help the CIOs try to figure out how to prioritize their projects? I mean, how to figure out which ones have value, which ones don't?
Yes, and we're trying to do that through kind of our PMO offer. Okay. Because when you look at the PMO, it is the thing that really balances that slate of projects that we've been talking about. And what's great about the PMO is it's already hooked into the organization through its alignment with steering committees and other executives, so that you can be able to tap that communication level by showing the kind of things that you're doing through the PMO. So when you're balancing that sort of load, you do say to your clients that we can help you manage these projects that are going to have the biggest impact on your organization.
Now, what are you finding as your biggest challenge as you go forward with trying to help these CIOs with their transformation projects?
In selling your organization on your value, you kind of have to have that mentality. You kind of have to have the superstar mentality. All right, watch what I can do. Watch the impact that I can have. So it's hard getting them sometimes to say yes to me. Because, IT is full of a lot of people from a lot of different backgrounds, but at the heart of us, sometimes we're pretty much all geeked. We may be other than that. We may try to pull something off other than that. But when you ask us to go hard sell, we're like, really, I don't know if I really want to do that. So getting that CIO to kind of say, yeah, man, I am going to go sell.
Yeah.
And that's really the challenge, is saying, break out of that old mode.
ABC.
The CIO's got to take that mentality and say, when you've got an executive in front of you, sell yourself, sell your organization, sell your value.
Right.
And getting him to do that is a challenge.
What if I'm an employee and I've been transformed out of the organization? Right? I mean, which a lot of employees have recently.
That's true. And I think that while that seems horrible when it does happen, that if you'd ask a lot of people that have been through that before, there is a giant door to opportunity opening. I've talked to several people tonight who have said, in the midst of all this, I've had this plan for bringing soccer to children in soccer camps. I've always loved that, but I've never, things were going too well to ever really think about that. So I'd really suggest for people to start taking what are the things inside of me that I've been putting on hold. And how big's my severance package? How much time do I have to think about these kind of things? And do I want to go back to that world? Because I think a lot of people will find that there was something, I didn't have enough fun. I didn't come out to Terrence's things often enough.
For you guys, for your company, 2009, completely different from 2008. What are you focused on this year? What are you trying to how's that changed what you're selling, what services you're selling? I mean, you've got pretty much a full portfolio of services, right? So this year, the market's completely changed. How's that affected the services you're trying to sell to your clients and how you sell them?
We are getting in a position where price is becoming forefront. If I'm going to do this work, I'm going to get the best price I can. And Gartner said that through 2010, IT outsourcing and IT sourcing in general the prices are going to reduce from 5 to 20% over that period. And that's due to increased competition and shrinking IT budgets. So we are having to approach the value formula for our service.
So that should translate into, if I'm out in the market, I'm looking for a job. I may have got laid off. I may be looking at making less money than I was before.
Right. You might be. And then you may be being able to recognize where in the marketplace your skills are the most valuable. And not suffer that kind of a situation where you say, wait a minute, I've been doing this in this organization for a very long time. And I've not been in touch with the tremendous value that I'm able to deliver. And my organization lost touch with that too. And that's where I find myself. But if I look in the marketplace, maybe there are organizations that place a very high premium on what I've been delivering, kind of lost in this giant here. Maybe there are these small companies going through these exciting transformations where my skill set is very valuable and it's exciting.
I'm going to rewind back up to the CIO conversation.
Okay.
From your perspective, are there specific technologies that CIOs are starting to focus on, or are they adding new technologies into their mix, or are they just retooling the technologies that they currently have in conjunction with those transformation projects?
I think that there's technology alone is never the vehicle that makes transformation happen.
Right.
It's always the vehicle though that enables it. So the transformation, if the technology is powerfully different enough, it can be transformative on its own. But a lot of times in these projects, it's not a new technology that's coming out that is going to make or break the back of that project. So I don't see them necessarily scrambling for that. That's more the long-term strategic vision. In the utility sector, that's a little different. We're getting smart meters now. We're getting smart appliances now. We're moving towards smart homes.
Right.
We're putting broadband over power line. We need to manage the security of that AMI network. That network is very important because it relates to the customer. How many times am I going to poll it, and is that technology secure? So technology there is a little more vibrant. There's some exciting things happening within the smart grid and the energy generation area that technology is the answer to.
Fantastic.
Wow. All right.
Well, I'll be a green planet yet.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Well, I don't know about that, but getting closer.
Well, I've got my hometown had the distinction of being the fastest reducing population per capita in the state of Texas for about the last 14 years, and then in the last 5, the wind business has transformed the economy.
Oh, wow.
Now they're one of the fastest growing areas, and so green is good. The old thing, greed used to be good, and the old, now green is good. It really is saving economies for people.
It's just a letter that's different.
It is. I changed one letter.
All right. Well, I think that's it for this month. Thank you, Aubrey, for coming out and joining us.
I've enjoyed it very much.
And
thanks for doing this.
Taking some time to do it. And so thanks for joining us, everybody. And we're signing off.